and now I'm going to be recording the video version. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the iTunes Fanboy Podcast. I am your host, the iTunes Fanboy, and unfortunately Tabby Paris is absent, which I will explain in a minute. And we also have with us our guest, who is Jordan Riddles from the iPhone Fan.
Hi.
Did you actually get your name inspiration from me for my channel name?
No, the story is the way I did was when I was launching an update to my website, which was version 4.0. I decided to move over from Google Sites, and I actually had to make an actual website address. So I was going to do iPhoneFan.com, but that was taken, so I had to do the iPhoneFan.com. So that's how I got the name.
Yeah. Well, the reason why Tabby Paris isn't here is because he was originally here for our first attempt at recording.
Yeah, but that got...
Oh boy, was that the worst podcast recording we've ever done?
Yeah, we literally got hacked.
Yeah, first we had bad network connectivity issues. And then all of a sudden, because the Jewish hacker had hacked into Jordan Riddles' Instagram, now sending FaceTime call links through his Instagram, the Jewish hacker got in, and we thought...
It's really concerning. I have to change my password ASAP.
Yeah, once the Jewish hacker got in, we thought, okay, we'll just go ahead and maybe let him in. That was not a good idea.
You let him in?
Yeah, we did let him in just to get the giggles. But oh no,
That went fairly wrong.
Yeah, he said it literally like this: I can hack you.
I missed that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then he started playing this funny audio. Tabby Paris and the iTunes Fanboy thought I was playing it because a hacker was impersonating me.
Yeah, so... But guess what 2 milestones on my YouTube channel I just hit?
400 subscribers.
And...
I don't know the other
100,000 views total.
Oh my god. Congratulations on 100,000. Like, if each of your views was a light year, you could get across the Milky Way.
Yeah. I'm not too expertise on astronomy, so I have no idea what any of that is, but yeah. That's cool. So I got 2 new devices for my collection since our last attempt at recording this on Friday.
What are they?
So the first is this iPhone 11 Pro Max. In fact, I can grab it out of my famous cabinet.
I thought you got one in December.
This is another one. So my dad upgraded his iPhone 11 Pro Max to my mom's old iPhone 13 Pro. She upgraded to 13 Pro Max. And so this is my dad's old iPhone 11 Pro Max. It has a cracked screen protector. It has a screen protector on it, a magnet on the back, and it does work fine except for the charging port. So I have to charge it wirelessly, and the earpiece speaker is also pretty quiet. It runs.
Not in the charging port or in the
What?
speaker thing. I might have like dust or whatever.
My dad tried cleaning it. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Though my grandmother is having speaker issues with her iPhone 10 or his earpiece speaker, so I might help her clean it. So I might help her clean that out. and it runs iOS 15.5, and I actually showed it working in my iPhone, in my channel and device updates video that I did yesterday. So you can go watch that if you want to see it working. But the second new device is on its way, and it has not made its way into the big cabinet yet.
What device is it?
Well, it's heavy and silver.
Is it it's the 2006 MacBook Pro.
Yes, it's actually the
I saw
one.
You tweeted that on Twitter.
It is one of the very first. Is one of the very first Intel-based Macs. And the first MacBook Pro.
Wait, what was the first one?
It was the first Intel-based laptop. I guess I should have clarified that. The first Intel-based Apple laptop.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the first Intel Apple computer?
Just like with the Apple Silicon Macs all being unveiled at one event, all being unveiled, like a whole bunch of them being unveiled at once, it was kind of the same with the Intel Macs. And the MacBook Pro was one of them. So,
what was the first Intel Macintosh?
There was a whole bunch. The first ones were actually a whole group of them, like, they were all released at once. I know it was the 06 MacBook Pro. Let me actually look up the first Intel Macs.
I thought it was like the 2005 iMac.
No, the 06 Mac. The 06 was when the 06 iMac switched. The iMac was also the first Intel-powered Mac. So it was it along with the 06 iMac. But Jordan, so do you want to go over all the news that we tried to go over in our last recording, or do you just want to skip that?
I don't know.
Well, do you want to go through it?
Yeah.
So, the first thing on Apple News that was originally going to be on the last episode of this podcast, but we didn't have enough time, was Apple is rumored to make a foldable iPad.
Yeah.
And now, and so what do you think about that, Jordan?
Like we talked about on Friday, we all agreed that it was kind of gimmicky and that it wouldn't make sense on an iPad.
Yeah, and Tabby Pears mentioned how it wouldn't be very durable.
Yeah. And I think it would be even less durable because it's so much bigger than what a foldable iPhone would be.
Yeah. By the way, I'm getting over a cold, which is why I might be coughing, and
I am too.
yeah. And so on iOS 16, there are rumors for interactive widgets.
Wait, just a question about iOS 16. Is it rumored to have changed app icons?
Nope.
No.
But again, icons aren't really rumored.
Yeah, like, a few months ago I was reading iOS 16 rumors, and everybody said that they were going to change the icons
Yeah.
to the Mac OS ones.
Yeah. I personally just want skeuomorphism back, but I guess I could tolerate the macOS icons.
Yeah.
So The interactive widgets in iOS 16, I think, are definitely cool and make them more useful because, as Tabby Pears mentioned in our first recording, the interactive widgets would make widgets like the music widget far more useful because currently you can just go up into the control center and have a more useful music widget there than on the home screen.
Yeah, I agree. My mom and I, we were talking about the podcast on Friday.
Yeah.
And I told her about how useless the music widget is. And my point was, like, whatever it's going to display on the widget is what you're probably not looking for.
Yeah. Stormy has joined the podcast, everybody.
No, it hasn't joined the podcast. They haven't joined the podcast until they're on FaceTime.
Yeah, but Stormy is one of my cats.
I guess you could, like, just set her up with an iPhone connected to her FaceTime and she would be on the podcast then.
Stormy already walked by a podcast. Like, he made a cameo appearance.
I guess your cat was on the podcast then.
Yeah, and by the way, Stormy is a tomcat. Meaning that he is a male cat, so...
Oh, oops.
That's kind of silly, because he looks so much like a male cat with his broad face and his overall big body. But somebody commented and stated that and thought that Orangey was a girl. I thought that back when he was a kitten too, but
Wait, how do you have so many cats? Like, I've had 0 cats in my life.
you don't have any cats?
No, my parents used to own a dog, but then they gave it to another family.
Why did they give it to another family?
No, we don't have that kind of money. So, the story goes that they gave it to a rich family.
Oh man, I'm guessing your family doesn't have a lot of money.
No, they just couldn't afford it at the time.
My family used to be in those kinds of situations. And so let's get back on topic with the Apple. So, Apple board employees were given demos to Apple's mixed reality headset.
Yeah.
And since our previous recordings and previous episodes, I have actually discovered that Apple's mixed reality headset could be good maybe as like a monitor or something, but otherwise I don't see much use.
Yeah.
Because the only benefit I see to VR is really gaming, and Apple has never been good at making gaming devices, as we know.
Like, do you know that they tried to make a gaming console, but it went over very bad?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And now we have Apple Arcade, so we can play Sneaky Sasquatch?
Yes, like, Apple I wonder how... I'm gonna look up how many people are actually subscribed to Apple Arcade.
Yeah, like Apple Arcade, I guess the games could be fun, but they're not for power games.
Let me see. Yeah, I can't find any specific numbers on how many people are subscribed to Apple Arcade, but I don't know how many people...
Want to keep that hidden then?
Yeah, because that doesn't seem like... I'm sure that can't be much if they're keeping it hidden, because with a $3 trillion company, Apple can easily afford to lug along a failure for quite some time.
What other failures have they had?
Well, there was the 20th anniversary Macintosh.
Oh dear God, no! Please don't bring that up.
You've seen that?
Do you ever watch Crazy Ken from Computer Clan?
Oh yes, he is a great YouTuber.
Yeah, he is not an around mom YouTuber. You do not watch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why. That's one of the. Yeah, I use Air. Yeah, I don't. Again, I use AirPods when watching all YouTube videos, regardless, in case anybody swears or anything. But yeah. And also not to bug my family members.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even says in his Crazy Ken's Tech Misadventures intros, viewer discretion is advised, some strong language and humor.
Yeah, in another video he said, our channel's semi-family friendly, and I have no idea what he was talking about.
It's not, how old are you, Jordan?
11.
Yeah, and you're clearly watching it, and I'm clearly watching it, and I'm 14, so I guess I can kind of see, it's not inappropriate, but it's definitely not something that parents would be too fond of.
Yeah. When it's about bad words, my mom doesn't cut me off with that anymore because I know not to say those.
Yeah.
But, then when, you think the thing is gonna go good, the worst possible thing has to happen. Right when you decide not to wear your earpods.
Yeah, I think the absolute worst YouTuber that you want to keep your earpods, your headphones in at all times is probably Front Page Tech.
Really?
Have you ever checked out Front Page Tech's channel?
No.
I've mentioned him plenty of times on this podcast. He has a lot of weird humor. He has a lot of humor that tries to be funny, but it kind of is. It really isn't.
Yeah.
iUpdate is another one that you probably wouldn't want to watch in front of your parents without headphones.
I don't think iUpdate is that bad, because he bleeps out all his bad words.
Yeah.
And it never gets too bad.
Yeah.
Except for the one about the bump to pay iPhone. Did you see that?
Yeah.
With the Android user?
No, I did not.
That skit. He was like, we have had this feature for years, and then in the skit he said, no you haven't, and the Android user said, we have been working on this feature for years, and he said, oh, you're just jealous that we have good features, and I'll be here if you need to talk. And then the Android user pretended to freak out, and he said, suck my mother.
Ugh.
And he had to bleep so much out.
That I would
But let's not talk about this before this podcast gets an explicit rating.
I don't think. Yeah, this podcast. Yeah, so let's move on to some. So, did you know Apple began trademarking their mixed reality headsets, Reality OS?
Did they file a patent?
Yep. I think it should personally be shortened to ROS just to make things simple.
What's the mixed reality thing again?
It's like an Oculus headset.
Oh, is that like the 3D stuff?
Yeah, the metaverse, the ultimate metaverse gadget.
Yeah, so it's like a gaming headset?
Yes, except it's designed to be. If they're trying to get to replace the iPhone.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, you think they're gonna call it iOS. I think they might call it Reality OS.
Yeah. Again, Apple did originally call iOS iPhone OS back when they actually officially gave it a name. It was originally called iPhone firmware, then iPhone OS, then iOS.
Yep. And then we got iPad OS.
Yeah. Yeah, and so now here's something that we did talk about in the previous recording. Apple is planning on releasing a new HomePod to replace the original between October 2020 of this year and next March.
Yeah, is it gonna be how's it gonna be different from the HomePod Mini?
It's supposed to embrace sound.
So it's gonna have better sound?
Yeah, but at the same time, they've been trying to do this for many companies have tried this, like Apple, Google, Amazon, and nobody succeeded at making a high-end smart speaker. So I think that the correct direction for Apple to be going in, as Tylos of Tech mentioned in his HomePod, as Tylos of Tech has mentioned in his videos, that they should make a HomePod with a screen.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Because I remember one time I was in the Apple store and I accidentally touched the top of the HomePod and it started playing music.
That's cool.
And that was so embarrassing. And I was like, how do I pause it? And I was like, hey Siri, stop the music. And the stupid thing shut off then.
that's pretty funny though. My family I don't actually have a HomePod Mini.
I don't either.
Yeah, my family is an Echo family. I mean, I even have this Echo Dot, which I need to get more cables to plug this stuff in, but I have
My mom
this.
doesn't even like smart speakers.
How come?
She says that they're always listening to you.
Not the HomePod Mini. They even said that.
Exactly. Mom, if you're out there, listen to what the iTunes fanboys say.
Yes.
The HomePod Mini, you're going to be a million times better off with the HomePod Mini
Yeah.
rather than an Echo, whatever
Yeah.
the latest Amazon thing is.
Yeah, because the Echoes have been proven to always be listening to you and always being recording with you if they have a camera.
Like, that is very concerning that they can just be in your home.
That's actually why I didn't really keep it a priority to plug in my Echo Dot, just because I don't exactly. I know that this isn't. Luckily, I don't have an Amazon account, so this wouldn't tie to my account, but it could. Yeah, it can be used against you, of course.
Yeah.
As Tabby Pears and I have mentioned, how Google with smartwatch companies they own, they can, if you use one of those smartwatches, the health data gets sold by Google to insurance companies that can hence deny you health insurance.
Oh, didn't you talk about that in a video like a year ago?
Oh yeah, we've mentioned that. Oh yeah, I've mentioned that many times.
Yeah.
That's actually why my dad stopped using his Garmin smartwatch and his Fitbit smartwatch. Because my dad does not like Google at all.
Yeah.
Particularly because Google Docs has messed up his documents so many times and almost cost him his job.
Yeah, I remember like a year ago, I was on my iPad, and I was when I had a third-party keyboard folio, and my iPad slid, and it went over, and it slid down over my keyboard, and it hit the delete button, and it deleted like all the slides in my Google slide I created.
Ooh, was it?
And I couldn't figure out how to Control Z it, and then I tried to call Google support for help. And then they told me to go to the freaking community forums.
Yeah, I ain't got an iPad keyboard. It's supposed to be Command Z, but yeah.
I had one and I tried to do Control Z, Command Z. I think I tried to do both of them, and it still didn't do it.
Yeah,
I went to my Google slide.
That's probably because you were on an iPad.
Yeah, I then went to it, And another thing is, you know how you can, on a Google slide, on a computer, you can search up images from Google?
Yep.
And put them in your presentation? I seriously think they need to add that to the mobile app.
That's not already included?
No, it isn't.
Again, I haven't used Google Slides in a year, but since 6th grade ended, but yeah.
I think it would be really helpful because what I do is when I search it up, I have to, what I do is I go to Safari, I search up an image, and I have to hold down on it and copy it and then put it in the slide.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It would be easier if you could just search it up.
And I just sneezed. Excuse me. I need to plug in my MacBook before we continue. Yeah, but the one thing
Wait, what kind of MacBook do you use as your MacBook?
My 2019 MacBook Pro.
Oh, 16-inch?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm just using my Windows computer and it comes up with an antivirus pop-up.
Windows already comes with antivirus, so can't you just delete it?
What it does is it pops up and I try, and it's just not nice. Like, when you restart it, what it does is I have an HP and it brings up stupid HP Jumpstart or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh.
And I have to go to that and I have to close it. And then it pops up on some thing about game service or whatever the hell it is being updated. And then it brings up an antivirus pop-up. And having it pull up all of these things at once, as well as loading up the other stuff in the operating system, it makes it slow. When you go to Chrome, it wants to restore your Windows immediately.
Yeah.
It's just not nice at all. Now I remember it used to even bring up the Xbox game app.
Yeah. Yes,
it
this is
was
why.
so freaking annoying.
That is why I hate Windows so much.
Yeah, it has bloatware.
My dad's old Toshiba computer, which is my mom's old one too. They both have used it. That computer has so much bloatware on it that I can't even get a modern web browser on there, and it runs Windows 7.
It's hard.
So essentially, I'm stuck with an outdated Firefox.
Yeah. On my computer, it's almost out of storage, and like you said, and why Microsoft is a terrible company, that video, the operating system takes up so much unnecessary space.
Yes. What do they need all that space for? Just to store your data?
Windows? Does it really take up 27 gigabytes for Snap Windows?
Yes.
27 gigabytes was the number.
Yes.
Like, Snap Windows is a good feature, but, some bloatware taking up so much storage that nobody needs.
Oh, and of course the HP bloatware takes up even more storage.
Yeah, and in Windows, it's always some bug. Like, I remember a few weeks ago, like a month ago, there was apps just randomly crashing. Like, I'd be in the Photos app on Windows, and I'd exit my video project, it would start loading, and then the app would close.
Alpha Day Wolf predicted on his YouTube channel, the Random Alpha Gadgets, when Windows 11 released, that because it was based on Windows 10, it would be so unstable, and I'm starting to hear that.
Yeah, like, using Windows, something that's really freaking annoying is updates. Like, you open your freaking hunk of junk computer, as I call it. My new word I invented is hunk of junk. It decides to just update. Like, it's update time!
It's...
Yeah! No! You
man.
can download Android apps. So we're gonna take time out of your productivity. Without your permission.
Yes!
Without your consent.
Oh, and don't forget that, but at my aunt's office, the IT guy there has determined which of their machines would run Windows 11 and which wouldn't. And a lot of them, which are, of course, pretty recent machines, can't.
Yeah, like, I remember in the betas of Windows 11, people were freaking out that, of hardware requirements.
Yeah,
And initially when I updated it, came out, I think, on October the 5th, wasn't it?
yeah.
I tried to install it, but apparently they hadn't optimized it for my device yet after I installed on their stupid, whatever it was, health app, PC health app. It told me that I would have to wait, and then it decided to do it on October the 10th. And initially having it was exciting. You know, I liked the new features, like the centered start thing, the centered icons, and the new icons.
That which looks like an exact ripoff of Mac OS, by the way.
Like, on Mac OS, it has a centered icons, and on Chrome OS, it does the same with the icons.
Yeah, Windows 11 in particular looks a lot like Chrome OS, and Chrome OS mocks Mac OS.
And Chromebooks are junky.
Yes, like, the schools need to switch to Macs.
I can't tell you how many times I've been on those stupid piece of junk computers, stupid piece of junk Chromebooks. Like, the ones that we have, the display is horrible, they're incredibly freaking slow. Like, when you need it to work, like when we're pulling up a blockhead, it's really slow, and the teacher's like, okay, 2 minutes to get on. And the stupid thing is when you're on the account screen, when you open it up, there's no option to add a freaking new account. So you have to shut down, turn on, that takes an eternity, and sometimes it'll take an eternity to hold the power button and get the stupid Chrome logo to appear. And then it finally does it. You have to hit add person, signs in, takes a while to load, and then you're finally there. And then next thing we know, we can't go to block it, and it doesn't work because the stupid Chromebook is out of storage. Like, that's an actual problem I was having at school. Like, whenever I have the block it, and I try to sign in after I have my nickname selected, it just doesn't do anything because the storage is full, and I'm assuming some files or cookies or whatever tracking stuff it is. It needs storage for them to work, for me to actually do the blockage, so that's like a huge annoyance.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, my school Chromebooks, my school Chromebooks, they were made out of low quality materials and had pretty crappy displays, but otherwise,
that's the least of your problems.
Otherwise they actually worked fine.
Oh, and did I mention for me the horrifically slow?
Oh yes, you did.
And another stupid thing is right when you turn it on, it decides it's time to install the frickin' Play Store. Who wants their computer to be bogged down so it can install Google Play? And then my school's blocking software doesn't let me uninstall Google Play. It gets so annoying.
Yes, like schools have such wonderful blocking software.
What?
Schools have such wonderful blocking software.
Yeah, and one time I went to iPhoneHacks.com and it said it was blocked because it was categorized as security.
Yes, like school. There was one time when we were when my reading teacher back in 6th grade shared a link to a video that was on the History Channel about the
block the History Channel because it's mature content.
Yep, they blocked it. We were learning about the Great Depression. It was a video about the Great Depression, and they blocked the History Channel.
Like, are kids snowflakes that they can't handle the History Channel?
Yes, Yes, and what's worse is that oh yeah, and you can't forget about something else really hilarious.
What?
So this is sort of unrelated, but at my old elementary school, if you were showing a movie over a physical copy like a VHS or a DVD, you could show movies of rated G or PG. With streaming, however, you can only show G-rated movies.
Yeah.
And you know how few actually good G-rated movies there are.
What? Like, oh my god. And when it's over a G-rated, what really is the big deal? It's not bad until you get to PG, or whatever it is 2 levels above.
Yeah, Yeah, I can understand that they would need to keep it G for kindergartners.
Yeah, like kindergartners, like you need, like, you can't show them too much because their mind doesn't have a filter yet.
Yeah, and you don't exactly want kids dropping swears everywhere.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why they actually...
don't let kids learn how mummies are mummified.
Yeah. The only reason why I can guess that they were doing the PG thing... The only reason why I can guess the PG thing is actually actually a thing at my old school was because with streaming, you can access any popular movies of all eras, really, and they didn't used to have a PG-13 rating, so a lot of movies that would have otherwise gotten the PG-13 rating, if it had existed, would have gotten the PG rating.
Yeah. Wait, what do the different ratings mean? I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Okay, so for movies, there's G, PG, PG-13, R, NC-17, and X. Double X and triple X.
I don't want to know what X is going to though.
X.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But,
however, most of the time you won't encounter any movies above an R rating.
Yeah. What's R? Isn't that
17 and up, unless you're with your parents.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand that. Like, what's the difference between a 17 and an 18-year-old? So, why can't they just make it 18? Doesn't make sense.
I think because they figure that 17-year-olds are gonna sneak in anyways, that they decide, okay, maybe.
So that's really the point.
Yeah, and 17-year-olds are young enough so that way they can. And 17-year-olds are old enough.
Yeah.
So let's stop talking about movie ratings and let's start talking about
Let's knock it off topic.
a new Apple product. So Apple just released their new Pride bands for the upcoming Pride Month.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about those?
On Friday, I brought up the point that a company selling a product for Pride Month is making money off of Pride.
Yeah, not actually benefiting the whole Pride, and not actually benefiting LGBTQ culture.
Oh, and we have to pay $50 for the cheapest Pride band too.
Yeah. I think both Pride bands look really nice. However, I think the white Pride band does look a little creepy with its Pride engraving. Like, doesn't that look just a tad bit creepy?
How does it? I'll have to Google that.
Google up the.
Yeah, I forgot what it looked like.
Yeah, Google that up. That looks a little creepy.
Yeah, like Apple's. They said with the white band that they combined different Pride flags to get that band.
Yeah, which is cool, but
Yeah, like it's a good design idea.
yeah, but I don't think the giant Pride engraving is. I don't have anything against that.
It literally says Pride in cursive. Like
that is.
they need to hire somebody that's good at calligraphy.
Yeah, that does not. That reminds me of the hello text on the iMac G3 and iOS 15.
Oh yeah, I love that.
But
Hello
that,
text what lights out.
but it still is, but it still does not look great.
Yeah, but their cursive, it kind of looks like my cursive.
Yeah.
That good. You know, like the band, you can't make it high. You can't make the image look the wood really clear because of the material.
Yeah. So it might look better in real life, but I sure highly doubt that.
Yeah. But is the white band, is it the one that says Pride on it?
Yep.
I don't honestly see how that's creepy.
Well, it's engraved in darker colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's engraved in colors to make it look a lot more visible, which is why. Like, if it were white, then I wouldn't mind it quite so much, because it wouldn't look as creepy, and it would look actually kind of neat. But considering that they were making it look very visible, I don't have anything against that as itself, but it still looks bad.
Yeah. And a point Tabby Pose brought up on Friday was that he doesn't think that people need to go everywhere yelling that they identify as Pride.
Yeah. Or LGBTQ, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. We'll probably need to tag this episode as explicit, as Tabby Pear said when we brought this up on the previous recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's move on to the iPhone 14 rumors.
Do you remember how people were saying it was going to look like the iPhone 4? And then we got whacked with the rumor that it was going to be normal. And then it was basically confirmed when Apple sent out the models the 3D printed models to case manufacturers. It was any dreams we had of that were basically over.
Yep, I remember that. So the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max are going to have an always-on display.
Yeah.
Do you think that's cool?
Yeah, this always-on display requires special technology that iPhones don't already feature in their display panel.
Yeah, but Apple is actually trying to get their displays to be able to downclock to 1 hertz.
Last time I was reading 9 to 5 Mac, it said that iOS 16 would have always-on display.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, if we see... Yeah, that better actually come, because that'd be really cool if it did.
Yeah, but I don't really get the idea of always-on.
Yeah, because you can just simply tap your phone screen or even use raise to wake.
Yeah,
and you've
my
gotten
argument is that when iPhones the newer iPhones, it takes them like a second longer than older versions of iOS and older iPhones to show the lock screen. Like, it'll take a second after you tap the screen or something.
Yeah.
And on iOS 6, like, you tap the home button and it instantly turns on. So I think Apple really needs to do that instead of having always on display.
Yeah. I think that the always on display on the Apple Watch especially is really pointless.
Like, on the Apple Watch it makes 0 sense if you can just turn your wrist.
Yep, exactly. And it already drains the battery life on a smartwatch, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it's not as bad as what Meta is as the rumored Meta watch.
Oh, no. Please don't tell me they're serious.
Yep, it's a serious thing. Like Meta is rumored on Meta is going to make a smartwatch with a
Please, God, don't make this be real.
But guess what we'll have at the top?
What?
Can you guess?
No.
I'll give you a small hint. It starts with an N.
I still don't know.
It ends in an H.
No, I still can't guess.
It's a 5-letter word. It's on the iPhone and the MacBook now.
I'm not way on the iPhone MacBook.
At the top.
Notch?
Yep.
No! Like, literally written out in text?
No, an actual notch.
No!
Yep.
No!
And now.
Did we get possessed or what? Who thinks it is a good idea to put that on the top of a freaking watch?
Yes,
Like,
even as Talos of Tech. Even as Talos of Tech.
Apple had a notch on even the iPad, hell would come to Earth.
Yes. The Apple.
They're gonna put a notch on the watch? Like, what? Like, why is that necessary?
Because.
Apple figures out to have, like, almost no bezels on the watch. Why do they need a notch? Like,
Yeah, because.
who's hiring these design people?
Yeah, because. Yeah, and it's going to be for a camera, but why would you need a camera on a smartwatch? Because video calls would not be very good. And selfies would also be pretty bad.
Whoever just, that makes zero sense. Whoever just folds out the watch and taps to take a photo.
Nobody. And, it would be so uncomfortable to do a video call with a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
A video call with the... Dear God, no, please don't be true.
On the Meta Watch, you can make video calls.
God, no. The problem is, sometimes people's hands are shaky, but then what if their wrist is shaky?
Yeah. And I'm sure, and considering that Meta already had a $230 billion loss when they announced the metaverse, I'm sure they'll only lose only 300 billion more with the announce of the Meta Watch.
Nobody's buying the Meta Watch.
Or it's
and
not.
Then you know how sketchy Facebook is with privacy.
Yeah, it hasn't released yet.
That a freaking wearable can be tracked.
Yes.
That's very concerning that we can be tracked by Zuck.
Yeah, and Meta. Yep, Meta's rumored on planning on making it. So, did you know that when Meta announced the metaverse, that it was the biggest company loss in history?
In history?
Yep, history.
God, no. How does that make sense?
Because it was
Is it people dislike the idea so much they just left Facebook?
Yeah, people. Let's stop. We've gone to Meta plenty of times on other episodes while I and Tab pairs. So, how about we move on to...
I don't know too much about the metaverse either.
Yeah.
I'm just learning some shocking things until now.
Yeah, so... Did you know that the iPhone 14 is rumored to have titanium sides?
Yeah.
I think that will make it a lot better because more durable compared to this current stainless steel sides, because the stainless steel sides currently can get easily scratched. In fact, John,
are they really easy to scratch like the
they're
old
like
iPods?
Yep. Even
really,
John.
Just like the old iPods?
Yep. John Prosser from Front Page Tech posted a photo of his silver iPhone 13 Pro, which sides had gotten scratched just like the old iPods, with an Apple case on.
Yeah, did they use the same material as the iPods?
I'm sure they would have to, because...
Please, still use
The
it?
AirPods hinge and the back of the AirTags are made of chrome, so...
Oh, I thought it was plastic.
No, the back of the AirTag is chrome.
I guess I've been using Windows computers and Chromebooks for too long.
Yeah. Yeah, you just...
But they made it of chrome. On my AirPods, I honestly haven't seen scratching.
That's good, because my AirPods usually get quite scratched, unless you put a case on them.
Even with I would think the case could cause an issue if some piece of sand or something like that slips in the case.
Yeah, because my AirPods cases, because they're all cheap, they definitely aren't very durable, and not all cases are protective, as I know from my iPhone 5S case, which caused it to dent on the back.
What? Dent?
Yep.
D-E-N-T?
Yep.
That is...
It's nearly impossible to get off, too.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, on my iPad, I have a keyboard folio, and that thing you have to apply force to the sides of the screen to get it to go on.
Yeah.
And that is not a good idea.
Yeah, because people need to clean their devices.
Yeah. But anyways, let's not start talking about iPad keyboards again.
Yeah, is it actually... Wait a minute, is yours the official Apple one?
No. I think my brain... Wait, I think I use a... Logitech.
Yeah. I considered getting a
That's
Logitech instead of...
iPad.
I considered getting a Logitech instead of an Apple one for my iPad 7th generation back in late 2020, but I ultimately decided that because of the reviews were better with the official Apple keyboard, that I decided to get the official Apple keyboard, and I do not regret a single thing with that keyboard.
Oh.
It is an amazing keyboard.
Yeah.
The only complaint I have about it is that it doesn't work. You can only use it when you're on a flat surface that's solid.
Like you can't use it on your lap or it slips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, supply chain issues have officially gotten to the iPhone 14.
Yes, like we talked about the 14 Max being delayed.
Yeah, production is delayed by 3 weeks, so Apple may push back all the 14s to be release 3 weeks later.
By production, do you mean like
manufacturing?
Yes, like them making the phone, not developing the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, and the iPhone 14. Yeah, and the iPhone 14. And so they would either do that, or else the 14 Max will come out a lot later than the rest of the phones. Or Apple may have plenty of time to catch up.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to...
I think they should just sell it and deal with some setbacks.
Yeah.
Like Sony was doing just fine after the PS5.
Yeah, even though the PS5 is infamously a little bit difficult to find.
Yeah, like the PS5 was like finding a Beanie Baby. Apparently, I've heard.
Beanie Babies are really hard to find?
No, when they came out. Like
Oh,
then.
or Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember people talking about Cabbage Patch Dolls that Christmas?
I'm not 4 years old.
Yeah, back in Christmas in 1982, every little girl wanted a Cabbage Patch Doll, and so parents were struggling to find Cabbage Patch Dolls everywhere, and were even fighting each other for them. It was the biggest the biggest Christmas toy war people have ever and hit one of the biggest Christmas toy wars in history.
But my aunt, she got one right in the Cabbage Patch Doll disaster, and the way they got it was her family they all went to France, and they got a Cabbage Patch Doll in France.
Yeah, because I'm guessing.
There were wars over them.
Yeah, because I'm guessing in other countries they probably weren't as high in demand because we're in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm sure the French people are laughing at people starting fights in stores over dolls that are creepy and are gonna bite your finger anyway. Like that was a problem.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that. Luckily, we are not in the 1980s anymore. Now nothing, and now everything looks nice.
Yeah.
Like that just goes to show you how far society has evolved.
Yeah, it's like we totally didn't just get over a pandemic, and we're totally not having an issue in Europe.
Hahaha, I get it, Jordan. Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's like Europe and the United States decided to switch positions. Yeah. Have you ever been to France, by the way?
No.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I haven't been outside the United States.
Yeah, I've never been outside the U.S. either.
Yeah.
My dad has, but...
The furthest Wait, is Chicago? Never mind.
Where? Yeah.
I've been to Chicago, I've been to Florida, and I've been to some places in my home state.
Yeah. I can understand that you wouldn't want to give away your home state.
I live in a state that's in the Eastern Standard Time Zone.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Which state? You can send this to me, please send this to me in a Twitter DM just in case it's weirdly accurate. But which state do you think I live in?
I don't know, Florida.
I'm not going.
You posted images on Twitter.
Yeah, it would have to. Yeah, that's actually an interesting. Why do you say that?
What?
Why do you actually think I live in Florida?
That was just a guess.
Yeah, like based on what I've actually posted, where do you think?
I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the United States.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with geography.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't let's stop trying to guess each other's locations.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, before a little hacker friend finds out.
Yeah, because then he would probably leak our actual addresses.
Yeah, hopefully a hacker friend just doesn't get what a funny joke is.
He doesn't, he does. Again, he won't hack this one since you can't hack one-on-one calls, but...
I probably should have said that because he probably just got really angry if he's watching this.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, hacker, can you please not hack us because it's getting really annoying.
He can't...
Like,
let me check if the...
do a podcast.
Let me check if the Jewish hacker has gotten us yet. Nope. He has not gotten us.
Yeah, you should probably do this again.
Yeah, we have not got... The Jewish hacker hasn't gotten us yet, so... We're safe. Again, it's Memorial Day, so... But...
Yeah, he might be having a cookout.
But wait a minute, the Jewish hacker isn't in the United States, so...
Oh, really? Do you know where he is?
Well, I think it's a whole international fleet of people.
Oh.
But I know one is in the United States, I know one guy's in India, and I know another is in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
God.
So...
When did Australians ever do anything to mess with people?
I don't know, but let's stop talking about the Jewish hacker and let's start talking about what AirPods Pro 2 are rumored, what port AirPods Pro 2 will have.
Lightning.
Yep. So, meaning that since Apple is going to have switched to everything, USB-C everything by the end of 2023, this means that we'll likely be getting AirPods Pro 3 in 2023. So,
imagine if Apple just decided to make a new port.
yeah. Or Apple could honestly just make it the EU model, USB-C, because that would help defy the EU.
Yeah. Yeah.
And would probably make Apple collectors pay a huge fee. Apple collectors outside of Europe.
Apple to allow third-party app stores yet?
No, but they're getting ready though. The United States is doing it too, and so is Japan.
I hope that goes through.
Why do you hope that goes through?
So you can actually use app stores on older devices.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about allowing side loading. Otherwise, side loading just makes no sense, because...
Momentum dev.
Yeah.
But if they allow that, you'll be able to officially install Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
But let's get back on track to Lightning.
Yeah, so again, the whole point of a podcast is kind of get off track sometimes.
Yeah, I guess if you were on topics, no, straight on the point, it wouldn't be as long.
Yeah,
unless not as interesting.
Yeah, so final emoji teaser for WWDC 22 released.
Oh, has anything published that showed anything about new software or anything? Any
Nope.
hints?
There's one thing.
Oh, what?
The emojis are colorful, and in case you're in the M2 MacBook Air and the M2 Mac Mini are rumored to be colorful. So, guess what that means?
Wait, can you repeat? Sorry, I missed that.
So, the emojis that are shown in the preview in the photo emoji teaser are all colorful, like what the new MacBook Air and the new Mac Mini are rumored to be.
Oh,
Meaning that, guess what? New colorful Macs.
Yeah. Like the 24-inch iMac.
No, there will be no new iMac. That won't be coming until 2023.
I said like the 24-inch iMac.
Yeah, I do.
It's gonna have colors like the 24-inch iMac.
Yeah, and so...
Wait, is the 24-inch iMac doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So...
Like, when they added Face ID with Maps, people were freaking out over battery drain issues. But sometimes when Apple launches something has to happen.
Yeah.
Like, with there being a new iPhone, and it having a problem that involves it to not be flat anymore.
Yeah.
That involved a lawsuit. That involved a hashtag on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do people give Apple so much hate for doing something when other companies follow suit?
Yeah, like,
Samsung with the notch.
like, remember when they made iOS 7, people said it was, too flat, and then they went to Android, and then the next thing we know, a few years later, it's flat.
Yeah, Android became flat a year later.
Then Samsung, they make fun of Apple for getting rid of the headphone jack, and literally get like a year later. And what's the latest on Twitter?
3 years later.
What happens when they tweet out about Samsung's having a charging brick, and what gets deleted 3 months later?
They removed it.
Yeah.
Google removed tweets making fun of Apple for doing the same things.
Yeah, and then they made fun of Apple for you having limited storage, and then they were like, unlimited Google Photo storage.
And then they removed that.
2021. What? Does Google lose their memory? Like, what happened on June the 1st, 2021?
They stopped.
They limited you to 15 gigabytes, and now I pay for Google One every month.
Why don't you just pay for iCloud?
I think Google Photos is better. I'm sorry to say that, Tim Apple.
Why? His name is Tim Cook, not Tim Apple.
That's what he was formerly called.
Yeah. Yes, I think. Yes, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Some former person called him Tim Apple.
Donald Trump, to be specific.
Yes, that guy. But let's talk about that.
Yeah, cause
before we give this a political rating.
Oh no, it's already tagged as explicit,
We
so
already got that.
it already got
We
the
did that like an hour ago.
Yeah, I already got the explicit tag, so we're good. So we're okay to talk. So we were okay with mentioning.
Talk about politics without worrying about getting.
Yeah, so you know macOS 13 is macOS 13. This is going to be the big new feature of it. A redesigned time machine.
Oh, isn't it going to be iPod based?
Yep. Which will be helpful since Time Machine has been the same ever since it released. With, I think, macOS Leopard.
Yeah, I remember the Get a Mac commercial where there were multiple people that were impersonating the Mac.
Yeah, I want Apple to bring back those ads to get back at Microsoft and Intel for making ads making fun of Apple.
Can I tell you something disturbing?
Microsoft
converted the Mac guy to the PC guy.
I know. Or no, it was Intel that did that, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, Intel.
Yeah, they converted Justin Long became the PC guy. And I remember him actually tweeting on his official Twitter account, "What made you go PC with me?" And I think I replied something.
I got paid money.
Yeah, and I replied to that tweet, "No, you got paid a lot of money to do that because commercial actors do get paid quite a lot of money."
Yeah.
Like if you're going into acting and want to become rich instantly, you might as well go into commercials. Yeah, but
doing commercials, eventually they're gonna decide that they need somebody better, and then there goes $1 million paycheck.
Yeah, a lot of times though, commercials get very well known for their companies get well known for their mascots, then they keep them around, like Flo from Progressive.
Do you remember how Burger King, they did an ad campaign? Well, if you unfriended one of your friends on Facebook, you get a free Whopper.
If you unfriended your friends on Facebook, you get a free Whopper?
Yes, they actually did that, like 2008, I think it was.
I don't remember that ad, but again, that was the year I was born, so.
Yeah, but then Facebook, they shut that down because you're not allowed to tell somebody who unfollowed them.
Yeah. Unfriended Burger King practically.
And then the person would know they got unfriended for a Whopper.
Yes. And of course, I can imagine that and of course, I wonder how good the Whopper actually was.
Yeah, I'm a Wendy's person.
Yeah.
Screw you, Mickey D's. I'm done with your ice cream machine.
Yeah, McDonald's doesn't make. Have you always gotten McDonald's? Yeah, why do McDonald's ice cream machines never work?
It became such an issue, the FCC actually filed an investigation.
Yes.
That became such a serious issue. Like, how's the ice cream machine broken?
Like,
Is it like Ronald is just on vacation all the time?
yeah, or it's like, I'm surprised other fast food restaurants like Dairy Queen especially haven't made ad campaigns making fun of McDonald's for that.
Yeah.
Because whilst Dairy Queen's meals aren't that great, at least their ice cream is good.
Yeah, like, at least they have a machine. Like, when was the last time anybody got a cone of ice cream from Mickey D's?
McDonald's. I do not remember.
The downfall of the Mickey D's ice cream cone is probably because of their ice cream machine never working.
Yeah, and you know what? And did you hear what select McDonald's locations are starting to do now?
What?
They're starting to charge. I tweeted about this, but they're starting to charge just a flat fee just for going through the drive-thru.
No! This is gonna be like when Ryan tried to remove the bathroom.
When what?
Ryan Airlines tried to remove the bathroom from their airplane.
Yes, I'm sure there were many incidents of people's pants becoming their restrooms then.
Yeah, that's probably why. Especially considering what's going on Ryanair every week.
So McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's, like, I think no, we gotta pay for condiments. Ice cream machine never works. Gotta pay to go through the drive-thru. And then we find out that the salads are worse than the Big Mac? What's next?
I actually found out that McDonald's breakfast platter is the most unhealthy item on their menu. So I don't think their salads are unhealthier than the Big Mac yet.
Their salads are still unhealthy and they are not fresh. Do not bet on them being fresh.
Yeah, I can't. My local McDonald's is so unreliable that they serve me raw food. My local McDonald's has turned to basically garbage in the past few years that I stopped going there.
Well, them being garbage is old news.
Yep.
That's why I go to Wendy's and I haven't had a McDonald's cheeseburger since 2020. January 2020.
Yeah, like, once you lose trust in a and did you know that the people at the corporation of McDonald's use McDonald's as a real estate company to make money? Essentially meaning, McDonald's, the big corporation, pays attention because they're a real estate company. That's how they make most of their money. They don't really pay much attention to the actual restaurant part of it.
They never have.
Yeah, that.
Probably not since they were founded.
Maybe we should stop talking about fast food and move on.
Yeah, we better not talk. Okay, what were we talking about? Other than this mammoth?
Well, yeah. Or I don't think it'll be. Is it actually rumored to be called macOS Mammoth?
Yeah, I read something on 9 to 5 Mac because after school when I had school, I would read on 9 to 5 Mac and Mac Rumors and other sites. And one day I read that they were going to call macOS 13 macOS Mammoth.
Yeah. So it appears that they're going into a new era of macOS versions because that's not a place in California.
What is it?
They're going into a whole new era of naming macOS versions since they had the cat era, then the California place era, and now they're going to be doing animals.
Prehistoric animals. Like, if Apple wants to do history, they should just hire the History Channel to do something about mammoths on Apple TV.
Maybe they're going to do that as a special. Maybe they'll announce something about that on WWDC.
Yeah.
Or else maybe they're naming it around famous places around the world, and there's obviously Mammoth Cave, Kentucky.
Yeah. Hopefully, how for the last two WWDCs, they start by talking off about iOS, which is the only reason I care about WWDC. You know that?
Yeah.
They dare not talk about Apple TV shows before iOS this year.
Yes, Apple's gotten to prioritize Apple TV Plus more than anything.
Yeah, is Apple TV Plus even doing good?
Is.
Oh, that's good.
But still.
Good for them.
But still, though, like, if they prioritize it too much, then the prices are going to go up. And then guess who's going to get a lot of hate for increasing Apple TV Plus prices?
It's Google!
Apple.
No, just kidding. I wasn't serious.
Get serious?
I wasn't serious when I said Google.
Yeah. Serious, though?
Nice puns.
Yes.
If you pull that pun again, I'm leaving.
Why? Oh, because it's really funny?
How true.
Yeah, but...
No, it just gives me memories of Siri never giving me what I searched for on the web when I try to search through the web on Siri.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll stop, but...
No, just kidding. You can use any puns you want. This isn't my podcast.
Yeah, so... So... Did you know... So, what I found... So, do you watch the YouTuber Sam Time?
I watch his videos occasionally.
Yeah, he is also another YouTuber that you don't really want to watch in front of your mom.
Oh.
Yeah, but... Yeah, he isn't as bad as the Computer Clan, but he does make some questionable jokes. But he just did... But he is a YouTuber who recently moved to Australia from Australia to Romania.
Oh.
And he recently did a YouTube video about the iPhone 4, and he had two boxed iPhone 4s. One was a Romanian unit, and one was an Australian unit. And the Australian box was like twice the size because of the huge power bricks in Australia.
Yeah.
Which make me wonder if Apple removed the power brick out of the box because of Australian power bricks.
Yeah. Wait. Who cares about them removing the charger from the iPhone? The iPod Touch didn't come with a charger.
Yeah, exactly.
When I got my iPod Touch in January of 2020, my mom asked, "Oh, does it have a charger in the box? Does it have a power brick in the box?" I'm like, "Oh no, it doesn't have a power adapter."
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, power bricks have always included in iPhone boxes, so I can
You know how Apple said apparently it was for the environment?
It is not for the. It is not for the.
It's for the $4 billion.
Yes, that's a lot.
I read that. I saw that on YouTube. That it had very little benefit for the environment, and some people said that it could even do the opposite because people would have to go buy one, and then the extra cardboard being thrown away and extra trees cut down.
I don't think cardboard cuts trees down.
It's made of paper, and paper's made of trees.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, now let's move on from Apple news, and let's move on to other companies' news.
Yeah.
So, first up, I tweeted this on my profile back a week ago yesterday, but Twitter has officially announced that they're going to hide tweets that share false information.
Yeah, like what false information about what?
Like, let's take climate change into example for this example. Like, anybody, like, for example, let's say that they believe that climate change is real, let's say they believe that climate change is a major issue and that Earth is heating up to eventually explode someday, and that we need to do something now.
Yes. Climate change is very bad.
Well,
Have you seen a Bill Nye rant about how bad of an issue climate change is? And he lit the Earth globe on fire. He said, safety glasses on. So, when temperature's rising, we're gonna get whatever temperature he said it was. And then he lit the Earth globe on fire. And that basically means the planet is on fucking fire. And then he continued to rant about it. And he was like, safety glasses on.
yeah, that's pretty funny. But let's say that I have tweeted this on my Twitter account in the past. But let's say, how can global warming possibly be a bad issue? Because people have reported colder winters than usual, and also I've heard reports of the amount of ice in the Arctic Sea increasing.
Yeah, the Arctic is melting. Like, I saw an image 100 years ago. It showed the Arctic being like a icy glacier. And then it showed it, and it was just a hill, and it looked like it could be anywhere.
Now it's showing the ice going back, increasing again.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, so so meanwhile, let's say I tweeted about that. Twitter would then hide the tweet so that way you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, and like, it's not false information. Whether you do agree that climate change is a serious issue or you don't agree that it's a serious issue, it's an opinion. And as we all learn in school, opinions can't be proven right nor wrong.
Yep. And so that's pretty scary, especially considering that Elon Musk is planning on buying Twitter and kind of doing the opposite of what Twitter's officially announced.
He doesn't have ownership yet?
No, apparently not.
Then what's the big deal about them making a big deal a month ago?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but this episode would have to be... But this episode is about to get really controversial if we go too deep into that.
Yeah.
So, the FBI issue... So, there are 2 new email scams that I wanted to talk about to make people aware of.
What's the first one?
The first one is an email scam where the subject line is, "Hello, old friend." And there's nothing else.
Did the scammer just age shame?
What?
Did the scammer just age shame?
What did you say?
Never mind.
Yeah, and so if you click on it or reply on it, basically the scammer will then track you, or the scammer will go ahead and track you and get in your address and such.
That's very concerning.
Yeah, so...
They have my email address? No big deal. They have my address? I am freaking out.
Yeah. That's why I only ask my guests for email addresses so that way we can make a call, not physical addresses.
Why would we need that anyway? Is it like we're going to be sending letters about podcasts?
Yes. And even so, I don't want anybody online that I know only online knowing my actual address.
Yeah, like that is, like, with an email address, they can just send you spam. But with an address, they can come and frickin' murder you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I got so paranoid over my address being online that I privated all my videos on YouTube, and I privated the ones that show my Wi-Fi name because somebody might be able to search me up and get through my Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Again, that's actually not as serious as you might think, since the only thing that they can get as far as is your Wi-Fi router. They can't get to your devices with that Wi-Fi name.
But can they figure out your address or something?
Probably not.
That's good.
Also,
I guess I can in private all my videos.
Yeah.
that I piloted.
Yeah, and so there's another scam that is becoming far more prevalent that we actually fell for on Friday.
What?
The FBI issued a warning about this, and it's scammers hacking into legitimate emails or social media accounts of officials, and to try to trick you into sending money or whatever.
That's really concerning.
There was somebody fell for that scam and wound up sending $78,000.
Well, oh my god, that is $78,000.
An Apple One went for not even $110,000. An Apple One went, an Apple One prototype sold for not even $10,000 more.
I would think an Apple One prototype would be at least 100,000 to $1 million.
Nope. There was an
how is that even $10,000?
Or 80,000, or around 80,000.
And 80,000?
Yeah. Between 80,000 and 90,000.
The prototype?
Yeah. The prototype went for between 90,000. A retail unit went from 90,000 to 100,000.
A retail Apple One?
Yeah.
You're talking about a retail Apple One in 76? Or like one?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, can I have a sec, please?
Why do you need a second?
Somebody just knocked on my door. I'll mute for a second.
Okay. Well, we're just waiting for Jordan to come back. Why did I say it like that? We're just waiting for Jordan to come back. Okay.
Can we wrap this up in like 5 minutes? Because I have to go.
Okay, there's some more stuff that. All right, so yeah, there's some more stuff that I wanted to ask you. So can we?
Yes.
How did you get interested in technology and Apple?
Back in September of 2019, I was just browsing through YouTube, and before that, I was into airplanes. And I saw an ad for that, and I heard my friend, he'd never be quiet about the iPhone X. The iPhone XR, and I was like, I thought they were on the X. And he was like, no, they're on the XR. And I was like, oh, that's a big deal. I might show that to my friends. So I watched that, and I decided to Google all the iPhones, and then as they say, the rest is history.
Yeah. And so how did you get interested in doing YouTube? Or did you get interested in technology, period, before that?
Yes, before YouTube. Yes.
Or before you got into Apple, like, were you interested in technology at all?
Before I got into Apple, I'd watch tech racks on YouTube, just because I thought it was insane. Like, being a 9-year-old, you have to click on sending an iPhone into the sky with a weather balloon.
Yeah.
But I really didn't care about what kind of phone it was. I would just watch tech racks for fun.
Yeah. So, how did you get interested in doing YouTube?
Back in the March of 2020, I was insanely interested. Like, I'd go to school, and the next thing I know, my teacher can't get me to be quiet. But, because I wanted to share that with the internet, I started uploading. Then deleted my channel 3 days later because I just didn't feel like doing it, and I actually did upload my first videos that I recorded onto YouTube. This is fun. But then after that, I was interested. What I did in the December of 2020, it was December 15th. I was literally laying in bed, like an hour of being into a state of unconsciousness, I was interested in buying an iPhone 12 mini. So what I did was I went to the Apple site and looked at those iPhones and their 3D videoing feature, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I decided to screen record me flipping them around and doing screen recording. So I uploaded that to YouTube without any intent of continually uploading until I think it was December the 9th, over December 15th, 16th. And then December 18th, like, I remember I uploaded iPhone 11 Pro and A on December 18th, 2020. And I just did small things like that. Once I ran out of phones to screen record an AI, I wasn't planning to take it any further. But, I kinda, on December 19th, I screen recorded myself comparing the iPhones on the official Apple pages, and I uploaded those. And after that, I decided to do an actual video, iPod Touch 4 in 2021. That was fun. I tried to buy a new one, but it turned out being a scam. But that was still a fun experience. And that video is the reason my channel succeeded, probably. Like, in January of 2021, it passed 100 views, I think.
Yeah.
100. Like, that was really big for me when I had 6 subscribers. And another thing that got my channel really going was my first subscriber. I got my first subscriber on, I think it was Christmas 2020. I got my first subscriber, and I went to one of their YouTube friends who had 5,000 subscribers, and they gave me a shout out. And like, I remember on January 31st, 2021, I got like 15 subscribers in one day, and that's an all-time record for me.
Yeah, I think I was actually your first subscriber that wasn't a relative, because you had like 3 or 4 when I subscribed.
Actually, my first one came on Christmas 2020, but you are my second non-relative subscriber.
Wow,
that was on January 8th of 2021.
Yeah, I knew.
But how did you find me on YouTube?
I was searching up an Apple collection video. This is how I found Alpha Day Wolf, and I didn't find yours exactly because you hadn't uploaded yours yet, but I discovered your channel.
Upload until January. I didn't upload that until I think it was the 22nd or 24th.
Yeah, so I did. So I discovered your channel and started watching your videos and started thinking, "Oh, these are good. I'm gonna subscribe." So,
when did you start watching me?
Especially because I started watching you pretty consistently then, and you had like 3 or 4 subscribers, and I also kind of wanted to subscribe to your channel also because I could say that I've been with your channel almost the entire way.
Yeah, you literally have been, and I can consider that the entire way, considering that rounding numbers is something that exists. Like, if I ever get famous, and I'm probably not going to get too famous, you can say that been with my channel a lot.
Yeah, because even with Alpha Day Wolf's channel, obviously, I've only been with his channel since April of 2021, and he started back in late 2018. I've been with Tabby Pear since February 2021. He subscribed, and he started back in 2017, and he had a couple of other channels before that. And a bunch of these other people that you actually...
The cool thing is, I watched Tabby Pears in like late 2019. I saw his videos, but I didn't subscribe. But I found his channel again, which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
Finding the same channel 2 times.
What video did you actually watch back in
December of 2020? I watched Why HP is a Terrible Company. I watch it every now and then because it's so funny.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool how you discovered Tab. Back then I didn't. Back then I wasn't even subscribed to Tabby Pears. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So now there's one last thing that I want to do.
What?
It is the alphabet
time.
time.
As long as we wrap up in 2 minutes.
Me.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, so this is.
This up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, so it is the alphabet typing test.
What?
You basically have to take a test to see how fast you can type the alphabet. That's what I do. is what I've done with my YouTube channel. I'll send you a link in Twitter DMs. That's what I do with all my guests on a podcast that I remember to.
Okay. You can send it to me. Okay.
And
what do I do?
You just go to the link and type the alphabet. Usually we're supposed to do it 3 times, but we'll only do it once since we're running out of time, and we'll see how fast we can type. Okay, so
does it let you type on iPad?
I'm sure it does.
I'm clicking on it and it's not doing anything.
Okay, never mind that then.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and record the outro now. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the iTunes Fanboy Podcast. I am your host, the iTunes Fanboy.
And I'm your co-host, the iPhone Fan.
Or you're not the co-host, you're a guest.
I'm a guest.
Yeah, and Tabby Parrish.
The iPhone Fan.
Yeah, and Tabby Parrish should be back on the next episode. And
before I go, I want to thank the iTunes Fanboy for letting me on this podcast.
Yes. And I want to thank Jordan for being on this podcast.
Yep.
And as always, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.